Many of us growing up were taught in so many ways from so many different influences about who we should be and what we should do that our own inner voice got suppressed and was not followed. A radical reset is about shifting all of that, and it takes bravery and it takes practice. Welcome to Leap Like Me, the podcast that helps you to be bold in life, to stretch what's possible, and find more adventure, joy, and purpose along the way. I'm your host, Lisa Hoashi. I'm a life coach who can help if you're ready to take a new, more authentic direction in life. On Leap Like Me, we share the inspiring stories of people like you who have made a brave leap and offer practical tips for how to set your leap in motion too. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Lisa Hoashi, and today we are talking about how to know if it's time for a radical reset in your life. So what is a radical reset, and how do you know if you need one? I talk with people about this all the time, and I know the signs. First of all, a radical reset is triggered when you know it's time to make some big changes in multiple important areas in life and work. So, for example, when I first started considering taking a year-long sabbatical, quitting my job, getting rid of all my stuff, I knew that this was part of a desire for a radical reset. I didn't feel like I was on the right track with my career, and I was open to doing something different. I wasn't sure I wanted to live in my current city anymore, which at the time was Portland, Oregon. And I was open to living somewhere quieter and closer to nature. And I also really wanted to find love and share my life and home with a partner. And I was definitely striking out on the local dating scene. These can be signs then that you are ready for a radical reset. You're considering changing jobs and some other key things in life too, such as where you live, your profession as a whole, and your relationships. Also, you sense that there are big areas for you to explore. You want to explore more about what kind of job is really the right fit for you, and about what kind of work environment suits you. What kind of lifestyle is right for you, and what kind of people you want to surround yourself with, or who you want to be your romantic partner. You might also be struggling with some bigger life questions like, is this really what I want? Or what do I want? Should I just be grateful for what I have? Is this enough? Can I really take some big risks? Or is it too late? Maybe I'm too old. You might also have some big feelings like dissatisfaction, a feeling that you're destined for more or for something else. You might be experiencing a lot of stress or anxiousness. And finally, you may have just been thinking about these changes for a long time, and the desire is just not going away. In fact, that inner voice might be getting even more insistent or louder. I also really want to flag for you the fact that there are some deeper things going on here. So the image that comes to me is plate tectonics. Think back to grade school when you first learned about the earth and what it's made of and what is going on beneath the surface. Can you see that diagram of the earth in your head? I definitely can, right? You've got the earth's molten core, right? Usually it's that, lovely orangey red. And then you've got the plates that are floating on top of that magma. Maybe it's because I'm from the West Coast of the US and my grandparents were from Japan, that this stuff and all the seismic shifts that come from living on the ring of fire are just kind of built into my consciousness. But this is the image that comes to mind. Anyway, when you feel a radical reset coming on, There is also some deep stuff that is going on beneath the surface. So here's the magma. On a very deep level, you sense that you're not living in alignment with your values. You're not fully expressing your true self. Your creative self is feeling stifled. And you sense that the path that you're on is not going to take you where you ultimately want to go in life, where you dream of going in life. This is big stuff. Now, don't worry. As a coach, I'm not afraid of this big stuff at all. I've been through it myself, and I actually have developed a process for guiding people through it with support, care, and even healing, joy, and transformation on the other side. After I've described all of this, you might now understand no wonder radical resets are so freaking hard. This is big stuff. Absolutely. Here's one more, even bigger thing that if you're out of alignment and you need to get back in alignment, you're going to need to make these big changes and even go through an identity shift along the way. A radical reset is likely going to ask you to do some things that you've never dared to do before. And if I can go back to my plate tectonics metaphor, it's important to recognize that there are consequences for when all the pressure builds up inside you to make this change. You've got to do it. Do you want a Mount Kilauea eruption in your life? Or would you like a few doable 3.0, 4.0 magnitude earthquakes that you can feel? And it's definitely an earthquake, but life can still go on. Kidding aside, I want to share what's really at stake here for you. What's at stake is you, your inner growth, your development, you feeling more free, you feeling more purposeful, you feeling more aligned, you feeling proud of yourself and the life you've created for yourself and the joy that radiates from that to you and to others around you. That's powerful. And here's one more thing that's important to know. The biggest lesson of a radical reset is learning to listen to your inner self, to these stirrings in your core, and to take direction from them. This actually might be the hardest part of all. Many of us growing up were taught in so many ways from so many different influences about who we should be and what we should do, that our own inner voice got suppressed and was not followed. A radical reset is about shifting all of that, and it takes bravery and it takes practice. By now, you might understand very well why people come to me for help when they sense their own plate tectonics in motion. My Catalyst program is designed to help people through their radical reset. Now, when I first start working with a client, I don't assume that they necessarily need a whole bunch of seismic shifts. We may not make all the changes that they've been considering. First, it's important that I just explore with them what they're thinking until it starts to become clear to them. And sometimes it makes more sense to just tackle one thing at a time, like changing jobs is a big enough change. So we might start with a job. So first we clarify what kind of job is the right fit. And I support them to either make changes at their current job to improve their situation or to start looking for a new one. One of my clients just wrote me recently to celebrate yet another win. She's had multiple ones. Her first win was that she found a new job in her field that was a better fit. That was awesome. Her second win that she just shared is that she's already up for promotion after being at her new job for only a few months, which is bringing her closer to making six figures. And we really celebrate this because I can remember asking her about her ideal salary. And when she first mentioned her six-figure goal to me, it was hard for her to say out loud. That's how far it felt. And now, she wrote, it feels entirely within reach. Some other clients realize after our work together that, whoa, actually, I am ready for something bigger. I am ready for a radical reset on a bigger level. So here's an example from a recent and very brave client. She quit her job as a lawyer and moved and is taking a sabbatical to explore her creative interests, ceramics, painting, and writing. Maybe she'll go back to being a lawyer. Maybe she'll discover a whole new creative path forward. Or maybe she'll develop some hybrid of the two. For now, she's exploring. She's taken the leap to create this space where she can do that. And now I'm here to support her all along the way on this journey. It is a journey. Radical resets are like any good journey. They are full of surprises and twists and turns, setbacks and heartache, moments bright with opportunity and possibility, chance encounters, helpful strangers, and lots of growth. So much growth. Are you here for it? So let's wrap up this conversation with a few key takeaways. Number one, if you've been sensing that you're headed toward a radical reset and it feels scary, I hope that today's episode has given you a little bit of comfort to understand what's going on beneath it. Number two, a radical reset is big, and it's also really important that you embrace it. Remember Mount Kilauea? I warn clients about this with burnout too. You do not want to arrive at a place in life where something gets so bad that you are required to deal with it. I've definitely been there. Like, you don't want it to turn into a medical condition that you can no longer ignore. Listen to yourself, listen to your body, and respond. Number three, making changes can be hard, especially when they're big, when they're important, like when they're about your values and identity and your life, and especially if they feel risky. So definitely reach out for help. It really makes a difference. It can make something that feels impossible entirely doable. Here's one last thing. I want you to know that the changes that you'd like to make in life are possible. I want you to know that your dreams are important. Take one baby step toward them and then another. It's going to be the best adventure of your life. Hey everyone, it's Lisa here. Thank you for joining us today. Before you head out, I want you to know about my free change planner. If you're considering a radical reset, I know you're going to get so many powerful insights out of this free planner, and it can help you get unstuck. Head on over to leaplikeme.com to get your copy. That's leaplikeme.com. Until next time, be bold and take good care.